Hello guys, welcome back to another part of the
I'm coming.
AC Shadows 100% Platinum Trophy walkthrough. So this is where we left last time.
Let's do it.
I was trying to see if I can escape it, but looks like this we cannot. Yeah, we cannot. Since this is the prologue ending in the title, I remember this being very long when my first playthrough. If we skip the cutscenes, look like we completed it just half an hour.
What is
All right.
this place?
So Genjiro has found us.
How did I get here? Stu.
The game just wants you to escape, but you obviously cannot.
Yeah.
2 years later, 2 years earlier, sorry.
Getting past me.
Yeah, so this is our training. We need to pick up a sword. Oh
What
my
did I say?
god.
Faster. What did I say? Faster.
Let me pick up my sword. Yeah.
Begin. Come. Good.
So the way to break guard is either hold down on the R1 light attack or R2 the heavy attack. I mean, I'm using the R1 R2 scheme. It could be different for your controller.
Don't go easy on your father. Pretend I am your enemy.
Okay, we'll use L1 to deflect as soon as he's about to hit us. We don't need to perfectly time it, but we just need to make sure that we are blocking while he's attacks.
I'm getting better. I am.
Show me.
Man, my
You
fingers
win
are
this
paining
match,
after
and I will
playing
cook
first
tonight.
Berserker
Deal.
Kazan. The amount of guarding that game needs to do, it's just too much. Alright, now we need to duel with him. Oh, I don't understand what is, why we are not, yeah,
I
finally.
let you win.
The game doesn't do a very good job in telling you what you need to do.
Auntie Matsu kept me for
Because
hours
you were not taking
yesterday.
damage, you were not
Clearing
doing
the
any
wasp
damage, so
nest
you were
from her
like,
tree
what
should
are
have
we
taught you
doing?
to work quickly.
I kept getting stung.
No complaints. You know why we help our neighbors. Alone, we are nothing. But together,
Man, I wish
The
this is
height
one
of the
feature
Great
that
Mountain is not
Ghost
made
of
by
Tsushima
one
or Ghost of
stone.
Yute, the sequel of
yes,
it, should
to the
inherit
rest
from
of
this
the
game.
country,
That is
we
following around
Hidouts are
people
different people.
automatically. And
So
we
we
don't have
must come
to
together to form
mash
a mountain.
buttons or, put button inputs in to
This
follow them.
morning I
I
feel
think
like
Ghost of
rubble.
Tsushima did a lot
You
of following around.
are a pebble
And if they
now.
are going to do it in the
As
sequel,
my
then
daughter,
better
much
let
is expected of you.
players
The
auto follow
Fujibayashi
the
name is a
NPCs
rock
and not
at the
have
base of the
to hold
mountain.
down the
I
stick
know, Stewie.
uh,
I'll
for
help
long.
Auntie.
Good. Do you know what she will give you in return?
Breakfast.
So, it's not for nothing. You give, and you receive. That is community. I have my own work to do. Be on your best behavior.
I will.
Okay, so now we need to run to the auntie.
What will
The
it be today, Auntie Matsu?
anti-Matsu.
Weeding the turnips? Scrubbing your iron pots? I'll find out just over the hill. Good morning, Auntie Matsu.
Now she wants us to investigate some
I can
troublemaking
see
that
Matsu's
some
crops
people
from
are
up there.
doing. We are going to go and beat them with a stick. Looks like we need to climb. As you can see, there is a little upward arrow on the marker. So there is
It's
our
an
troublemaker.
animal. A deer?
That is not the very Assassin's Creedy jump.
Whoever did this will pay.
Alright, now we need to kill people who did this to the deer.
Strangers. Not from Iga.
We cannot assassinate them, not yet at least.
Who are you? We are. That's not.
Alright, we need to beat them. Oh my god. The combat is more engaging, so that's what I like about this combat. You need to... A couple of enemies can easily overwhelm you if you're playing on expert difficulty, but once you unlock some skills, the game becomes super duper easy. Jesus, let me heal. Okay, good thing about this game is there is no healing animation. You can just heal without now doing anything about it. I need to focus on one, maybe you. Oh my god. Please. Oh my fucking bitch. That is not what I intended to do. But yeah, I mean, initially when you don't have the skills and all, it's a good way to show as well. Like if you don't have the skills, the game can be a little bit challenging, I would say. Well, the control sucks because I'm coming from first Berserker Kazan. So if you are able to deflect all of the attacks in the series, you will be able to put enemies in vulnerable state by making sure they are... Leave me aside, I want to kill this guy.
She's not worth it.
Yeah, just want to kill one. See, we've beaten you out with a wooden stick, guys. What's up?
Nothing to
This is
worry
expert
about. I handled
difficulty.
them
It's
just
supposed to
fine.
be super
But it
difficult,
sounds like
by the
something
way.
was following them to Iga. Something big.
What I can do is actually I can put the guided exploration and summon our mount. Don't have to be running around all this. By the way, I don't know if it is fixed, but there was a bug where, you know, horse can get stuck very often in this uneven terrains. It's done. Auntie
what
Matsu.
you want that you my
And I think we are.
miso shiru.
I'm
Japan is under attack.
With-
Let's go. That's what his father came to tell.
Waiting or
I'm
no.
yes.
You
All right. Yeah, we are out of the memory. So this was now his memory. There's a lot of non-linear storytelling in this game, which I actually quite liked.
you have
No, I'm
But
I
other than that, the characters in the story were not that great. Like we had Cassandra earlier in the previous games, Bayek of Siwa. All those characters are, I mean, impactful ones are missing in this game. I think Yasuke has a pretty good story arc than Naoe, I would say, in this game. But other than that, other than the main characters, the NPCs, I don't think they have a very good, you know. Oda Nobunaga could be one of them, I would say, but I don't think the quality of the NPCs are as good as the previous games in this particular game.
no they
you the pain and you
go stop.
But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below.
No, I don't.
So
There are lots.
Anyway,
be on
we
my
are
feet
off.
again. Even with
We
the
need to
ache,
learn
I
painting
wonder if I'll
because
ever
there is a
be as
trophy
strong as
associated with
before.
it.
I wonder
We need
if
to
it
paint 5
Is
legendary
everything
animals
ever
later in the
happened?
game,
Her name?
which we will do as soon as we get
Why don't you
into
try
the
speaking
open
up and
world
sketching her?
and we are in the nearby
She really
vicinity
looks
of
forward to
that
something, not you.
legendary animal spawning,
Just
because they
remember,
don't
be
spawn
quiet and
as
move
frequently
slow.
as we would
Don't look
like, and they
straight
also
ahead.
spawn under certain weather conditions. But no matter, we will take you all through that.
Do it!
The way it works is you need to crouch down for whatever you want to paint and then make sure that they are not detecting you,
I need to
and
paint
then
this.
hold
I
L2
need to be quiet.
until you see this. And that's it. That's all you need to do to paint. Paintings can be actually hung around in the buildings that you would have at your hideout. Remember, we had a hideout. Tomiko, if you remember, we met in the last episode. At her home, we will have a hideout, and in that hideout, we can have buildings and buildings. We can have decorations, and decorations can be of paintings that we paint outside in the outside world.
Open it.
no.
Another cutscene, another skip.
Think
What's that?
up.
I want you guys to experience the story once again, so I'm not gonna watch any cutscenes. I'm just here for the walkthrough guide. But I would highly suggest that you play this game on your own at least once, just to experience that blind playthrough. And now that we are at this temple, we can actually complete our first knowledge point. Knowledge point unlock the skills, and skill points let you learn those skills, so both of them are required. And for example, we are in a temple. In a temple, we need to find all the lost pages. That is one of the things that we must do in a temple. But before we cut bamboo, you can use L2 to see where the lost pages are at. So I can see 2 of them. So let's get them first. This is one of them. That is the second one, and there is the third one. So make sure when you are around places where you can do these side activities and earn knowledge points, the skill points, you do that. Always do that so that you don't have to, you know, do this in a uh, how would I say, you don't have to do this again and again. If you are not doing it while you are on a mission, it can become very exhausting and draining. So the best way to explore this game is to go to a side mission, go to a main mission and see what side activities are around
Plenty of
nearby,
bamboo
and
around.
then
Let's see if this blade is as sharp as I remember.
complete those side activities to not overwhelm you at the end of the game, because we would need a lot of them to be done for trophies that require unlocking every skill possible in the tree for Naue and
Did
Yasuke.
it work?
And there are a lot of skill points
Do
that you
you
need.
feel better now that you've destroyed something? And
But it feels so good to skip these cutscenes, because these cutscenes used to be very long,
Don't be
even for the first playthrough.
too.
it would.
All right, skip it. She's gonna play it like her father, so it has some story
Where will you
significance
go?
as well, which you will get to know at the end of the
Anything.
game.
I was
But
on that mountain for so long.
whatever.
Feels strange to leave it.
Now we need to
It's been too long, kitty. I've missed you.
get our revenge. And this is the new thing that they have added, which is follow road. This was not there when I finished the game. Actually, I finished the game in so there it is. There are the knowledge ranks that have been unlocked. Codex, we'll come back to what we were speaking about, but this is your inventory. You have your horse, which is the legendary animals that because I pre-ordered, I get it, so I'm gonna put it. So this is that headgear. We'll put this because we don't have anything else. Other than that, now we have got the knowledge rank 1 because we completed one of the what is it? One of the side activities to gain that knowledge point. And first thing, I would highly focus on assassin tree, because this is what defines Naue, and we want to be focusing on assassin tree, but we'll come back when we have more points into it. This is an okay skill, not that useful, so I'm gonna skip it for now. My main focus will be to get other things. Even though the tree says there are multiple trees, assassin and shinobi, tools, katana, tanto, and then what is that, kasurigami or whatever, katsurigami, whatever it is, but 2 more is gonna come. First 3 for weapons, last 3 for support stuff. Tools are very important as well. We can focus on them as well in the initial phase, but as soon as something unlocks on assassin, we are gonna focus on that. All right, now we were talking about, yeah, still some bugs, huh? All right, oh no, not bugs, we changed our horse. So you can actually follow road by holding down the X button. And other thing that they have done is they have also increased the speed. Of the horse galloping through the towns. It was very slow. It was painfully slow earlier when I finished the game. As soon as I finished the game, they fixed a bunch of stuff. So that is also one of the reasons why I'm doing this walkthrough, because I want to go through this game again. I really liked the first playthrough. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Oda's shadow grows longer with each passing day. Is anywhere safe?
The game looks phenomenally good, in my opinion. If I run myself, can I run faster?
Stick to the shadows.
I think
don't
I
want
can.
trouble.
I'm gonna stick with the manual controls because apparently I can gallop faster. We are not gonna focus on any of this on-road fighting for now.
The last time I was here, everything was different. Chichiwe was alive. I only hope Tomiko's alright.
Tomiko is alright. Well, it feels so good to not run at 30 FPS while we are at Hideout. Earlier it used to be 30 FPS and the game was very janky when we were running in the Hideout, but now it's not anymore. Talk to her. Now you guys will form the creed.
Then it is time to start gathering supplies.
Supplies. Now building the hideout requires requires
humble beginning,
supplies,
but we'll
and
need a lot of
supplies
foundation to make that
required
mountain
to
Chichiwe
complete.
always told me about.
Yeah, so we need to pick those up. So these are the supplies, props, and I believe these are wood. And the third supply is the
That's enough stone.
minerals. These are very hard to come by unless you're doing castles. I'll explain how to get them from the castles, but it's not that straightforward. But what am I missing? Did we miss anything? Oh yeah, some more are there. Look at that lying around.
This will build a strong roof. Time to build, I guess.
Hideout menu. We'll use the square button to build and X on buildings to upgrade them. I'll teach you how to do that. So this is our Hidoma. Now I will build a Kakurega. Kakurega maybe here because we are not frequenting the visit over there. Hiroma, stables and Kakurega. So we need to build Kakurega first. We already have stables, we already have Hiroma. We need to build the Kakurega. Kakurega is also the spot where you can fast travel in the open world. You can actually I like these buildings to be close to each other, but it's fine. We can put some connectors in between. Here is our Kakurega. Now we can pick whatever roofs we want, walls we want. I am not gonna customize so much. You can put outfits on display and put things on shelves. Depends on how you're doing it. Now you can actually upgrade stuff by pressing X and then using the D-pad to navigate. So upgrade requires these many resources, and we will actually get those resources. The best way to get those resources are doing contracts. We'll do that, and we can upgrade this later. But anyway, now we are going to exit out of this build mode and trigger another cutscene. She's gonna go on the mission to take revenge on her father. And Junjiro is gonna join her here at the hideout. Now that Junjiro is here, let's go on. I think now
What
we
is
will get our
this?
first
Here.
real mission.
That one and gold. I
All right. So we got our first trophy. Unlock the hide. Not the first trophy. Unlock another trophy. Unlock the Hideout Soul's Sanctum. Unmissable trophy. And welcome to our board. Big, big objective board it is. All right. So these are the main targets that we need to kill. These are the main missions. Okay, and this is the personal storyboard. If you have any personal side quest for any of the characters, these are gonna show up here. Same thing for now with journey. As you can see, we need to complete 4 kujikuris, which we will do first. Will be our first priority because that is what the game wants us to do. And this is to get the blacksmith, which is the side story for the league. League will have members will have side stories and some side quests. So this is the side quest for Tomiko. We'll get the blacksmith. For Naue, this is the main story, and this is the side mission, bonus mission that we got from pre-ordering the game. This you can actually pet the dog and get it into your hideout. In this game, if you pet any animal outside of the game which is pet able, you will be able to place them in your hideout. There's a long area in the backyard. As you can see, there was a lot of green area. You can place them in your backyard, build your own farm, whatever. It's not a creed, it's farm. Alright, I am not gonna open codex. We have everything we want. We have 1 point to be spent. I would rather do it in tools. Unlock smoke bombs. Shuriken is not that good, by the way. Well, in my testing, it might be. I haven't played with it much though. So I'm gonna unlock the assassin tools first. Alright, in inventory we have got ourselves the smoke bombs now. And now we are, another thing that I would like to mention is in the world, the map, you will get these side quests and you can do them. Not everything is tied to, but these are special side missions which you want to do before anything. But it's fine, we don't really need to. Now let's do all these side quests first. I don't think we will be able to collect all of them. This is about collecting the butterfly. We will not be able to collect all of them, but let's do these, get access to these side quests first. But before we go this way, we'll have a kujiguri here, so we'll go this way. And while going there, we will also get another easy trophy on our way. We have got ourselves a scout recruited. The scouts, the way scouts work in this game is you will deploy them. If you turn off the guided, I guess I'll show you. It's easier to show you than explain. So first let's get another trophy. Go behind this and there is actually nothing but a shrine to pray, and you get your made you look trophy. Look for treasure behind the waterfall in the hideout. Very easy to get. And in the shrines, when you pray, you will get some random buff. For example, if you can see, our affliction buildup is temporarily increased. Affliction is poison, haze, things like that. And now you're gonna sit here. And now we need to do button inputs on musical notes. Up, right, X, square. Up, right, X, square. As soon as the ring enters the gray area, you need to press them. And then use the musical cues to do it when the symbols are not visible anymore. Oh my god, if you miss them, that's what happens. I am still pressing the buttons, by the way. Even if you don't see them, you need to press them based on the music that is being played. You need to sync it with the music. With some practice, you will be able to do it. It's not that easy actually as it seems. It's supposed to be a meditation activity, but it turns out to be stressful. The first 4 kijikiris that you do will actually do a flashback in Naoi's memory, and that's why the game wants you
Where
to
are we
do them
going?
first.
Into the forest to find something I have not seen in many years.
Now? I thought we were going to fight.
Trust me,
Sorry.
my Naoi. Now is the perfect time.
They say the Oda clan has the teeth of bears and the same craving for flesh.
His appetite is never satisfied, that Oda Nobunaga. He sends his son to take down his prey, no doubt.
What does he want? We've done nothing to them.
What they all say they want, peace. But I would guess the real answer is power. We could be tiny mice in a hole, but within his walls, Oda Nobunaga will not stop his knife until we have stopped scratching.
Then we have to stop him first.
And with your father and Momochi Sandayu, we stand a great chance.
Momochi Sandayu will fight with us? Oda Nobukatsu will be finished by sunrise tomorrow.
By nightfall. Come, we are getting close. Ah, I believe this is the one. Take a closer look at that shrine. There.
There is
Now, Blake.
Yes, yes. You're
Reach Nagano Pass. We are gonna do some fighting, guys.
Oda Nobunaga's men could be anywhere. Stay hidden. They'll kill me if they see me.
Ah, that is not what I wanted. Oh my god, I cannot kill them. This is supposed to be a stealth mission, by the way. Yeah. I think this is supposed to be a stealth mission, if I remember correctly. We need to do it stealthily.
What's happening? Why is this happening? I begged Chue for this. To fight just to kill? What have I done?
A lot of guys are looking for me. Oh my god. You guys are too much. I'm just gonna run.
Was that Momochi-san that you? I'm covered in blood. No, one of us had to die. I had no choice. I'm getting closer. Are they everywhere? If I have to kill again, I'll be ready.
And we reached. Funny that we don't have to do anything but to run.
Iga does not know surrender.
And welcome to our first boss fight. What happened? Oh my god, you fucking little piece of shit. How about that? Look at the damage we are doing with weak point attacks. Dodge at the last moment to make them vulnerable and then hit them with a charged R1 or R2.
You can't run from me, girl.
Bye bye.
Are you
This is
shit? You're the
If his father is angry because somebody else sent nowhere to fight, and father is all angry that it's supposed to be my decision. You cannot send my girl. Anyway, the first 4 Kujikiri that we do are gonna be these flashbacks, so we are going to focus on them as soon as we discover some Kujikiri. Well, we can actually go to exact places where these Kujikiris are there, but we will immerse ourselves as they become available. They are not very hard to find anyway. So once that is done, you can see this speaking sign. That means you can talk to NPCs. They will have some dialogue. You can see that. Talk
Did you
to
find
them.
Heiji yet? We could use his skills.
We are going to unlock the blacksmith. That will be our next priority, but before that we'll pick on a couple of quests, side quests, which are marked on our map, like these, which are like black colored with exclamation mark. These side quests we should pick. These are special ones. Yes.
Ah, Miss Naue.
Come, you.
Alright, smugglers run. We have a new quest and we have got ourselves available scout. So we have recruited the scout. So this was the scout recruitment mission, which is very important if you're using scouts. Scouts are anyway gonna be used in getting the resources. So we were talking about getting resources, right, to build hideout. So there are a couple of ways to get them. One is to do some contracts, which you will unlock in Kakuregas, that you first unlock in the cities. You will have Kakuregas. Inside Kakuregas you will have some contracts, and contracts will give you very good rewards. That is one way. Other ways, you will do castles. Castles will have some rewards. You will have to basically kill some samurais over there and loot the chest. So that will be your objective in the castle, and within the castle there will be a lot of hideout resources that will be lying around. And I think it's called a cache, supply cache, and you need to tag this supply cache with your scout, and when the season ends, when the so this game has various seasons, and when the season ends, your scouts will bring back all those supply crates back to this hideout, and you will get those resources at the end of the season. So those are the primary two ways to do it. I would suggest that we focus on contracts because castles take a lot of time to complete, but if you want to do castles, it's up to you. If you find them fun, they are actually fun, but they may get a bit repetitive after doing like 5 or 10 of them. So you should, I think, if you get tired of, then you should focus on contracts to get those resources. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to our next quest. Let's select one and then move forward. And this quest will complete once we smuggle some resources, which I was talking about, which will use scouts to do that. Now before that, what I wanted to show you guys is if you go to options and turn off the guided mode, guided exploration mode. First, let me show you with guided exploration mode on. In the map, you will see all these icons where you what you need to do, your what quest. The game will take you everywhere. But if you turn the guided exploration mode off in the options, you will not see those icons. And apply. Reload the game. You will not see those quests. So how would you find out where you need to go is you will get some hints for each quest. For example, in the objectives, let's say we want to do this quest, which is in Setsu. Yeah, let's say we want to do this Haiji quest, and it says it is in southwestern Izumi Setsu. So which is southwestern, so Izumi Setsu southwestern is this area. He is in Sakai, which is here. He is east of the port. So this looks like a port, so he's east of it, so pretty sure it is here. Press the circle button to select a scout. This radiating circle is basically showing you the area within which your scout will look around. Press the X to dispatch the scout and you'll get your scouting mission trophy. This is the only trophy that is affected if you turn your guided exploration mode on, because you will not be able to use the scouts. But as long as you use one and unlock this trophy, you can go back to guided mode. You can go back to turning on your guided mode here and then apply the changes. Reload now. And that is all I wanted to tell you, because we don't really need guided mode off because it's a walkthrough. I just want you guys to explore it on your own. If you will like guided mode, use it. If you don't use it. But that is how you will deploy scouts if you don't use the guided mode. Anyway, we need to go and recruit our blacksmiths. We will see if we can pick up some butterfly quest on the way, but I don't think we need to. So what we will do is we don't want to do that side mission. Yeah, let's do the blacksmith one first because that is important. So first thing, all our mount. Yeah, see, bugs are still there. It happens very often. All right, now let's go and get our blacksmith. And in the way, if we discover any kujikiris, we'll do that, because first 4 we need to prioritize. In fact, we need to do every kujikiris because there is a trophy associated with it. There are 2 options. We can do it at the starting or we can do it at the end of the game. We will see how much we are able to discover organically. Once we are able to discover any kujikiris, that will be our first priority to complete, because there is a trophy associated with it, and that goes for the entire game as well. If we find any side activities that is associated with the game, we will do that first. and then we'll focus on rest of the thing. For example, if you see, we have this Kujikiri coming up, so I am gonna do this
A place to meditate.
now because there is a trophy associated with it. Perfect. We didn't miss any. Another flashback from Norway's life. After the first invasion, Iga province.
I'm
I hope
no.
I should
Is
know.
Let's go farther.
Take a
We're
not
could-
yes. I'm
I-
weak now.
I-
Two meditations in a row.
Now,
Aren't we
begin.
having the luckiest day?
let your breath be natural and relaxed. Lucy.
Funny,
empty
the
your
game
mind
tells you
now
about
and
this
good.
after you have done a couple.
Do not force it. Lucy, be here. Now. Lucy.
Perfect again. Oh, we're getting good at it.
How do you
Cup-
your
Chip.
All right, now talk to again Matsu auntie. Auntie Matsu, can we get our horse, please? Seems like a long walk to me. Hashide, 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 Chichide.
Now,
All right, talk.
where have you been?
Just-
yeah?
what-
And
I have been
I'll
busy, my lady.
It's been a harsh winter.
What
Tougher than
do
any
we
I
need to
can
do now?
remember. Guess I need toughening up too.
Find Matsu's heirloom scroll. Yeah, this auntie sends you on a lot of side quests, man. I can't wait for Ghost of Yote.
I wonder
Man,
what
that
I'll
game
learn
is
from
gonna
the
be
ancestors' scrolls.
awesome.
I just want to be good. A real shinobi.
Did you check in there?
Yeah, I'll just run through. The game is not that, we don't really have to do it the old way. Just run to this area,
That
pick
must
up
be
the
the
scroll. Oh, he must be anonymous. I see. Oh, you too. Oh my god. What will I do now? Look at that. The assassin is good at combat as well. Pick it up. No. Why am I not anonymous anymore?
The shrine. Auntie Matsu's scroll will be close.
Yeah, I'm anonymous now.
Here it is. Auntie Matsu's family scroll.
Alright, now that we have
I
the
would never have
scroll,
guessed
let's just
Auntie's
run
family was
past
so
these guys
powerful.
again.
I'll learn their secret
There is our
techniques.
loyal horse waiting for us. Yeshide! Yeshide, Yeshide. Run. Yeshide.
Are you finished your training?
For
I-
I'm
And that's the second Kujikiri done. And I think this is a good time to wrap this part of the walkthrough. We are gonna pick up from here in the next walkthrough, and in the next part we are going to pick up our blacksmith and put him in the hideout so that he can get to working on our gear and upgrading that stuff. And well, all right guys, I think that is it for this particular part of the walkthrough. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.